Hi everyone, Natasha here. Welcome to Natasha's Healthy Living, where we are nurturing wellness naturally, one step at a time. I am happy to be joining you today. It's a beautiful fall day here. We finally got just a little bit of rain the other day, and it's really made the fall leaves start to pop when we drive through the hills in the area. So it's feeling like fall. I'm excited to start setting up my planner for the month of November. So grab your planner and planning supplies. We'll do a little planning and setting up together for a new month. Stay tuned for that, and welcome to my office. Welcome back to my home. I'm so glad you're joining me today. So one of the ways that I like to nurture wellness naturally in my life is to use a paper planner. It helps me be a little more mindful, to slow down, to take a break from the screens. And of course, my favorite planning system that I've been using for several years now is the Discbound planning system, because I can change things out so easily, adjust it for my needs at any given point. And I love the Jane's Agenda planner inserts, cover designs, accessories, all the things. So this planner that I'm using right now, this is my everyday carry planner, is just chock full of all kinds of Jane's Agenda products. The cover is from Live Love Posh. I like that as well because it lets me have the type of cover where I can flip it back completely and keep my planner this size on my desk, but I still have a way to close it up. So I'll have everything linked down in the description box below. I am an affiliate with Jane's Agenda, so I always appreciate when you use my affiliate links and shop their amazing products. So let's go ahead and start out with, this is my planner as of right now. This is everything I'm carrying with me on a daily basis. Make sure you can see everything. Yeah. So I have my cover. This is the October cover, and just this week I switched out again and kind of alternated what dashboard was underneath. I've been enjoying that this month. I decided just to use whatever dashboard I felt like, so I've changed them out a couple different times. No rhyme or reason, just they were all so pretty I couldn't decide, and I thought, well, why do I have to decide? I'll just pick a different one whenever I feel like it. I have my Jordan Essentials holiday catalog and fall winter catalog. I've been carrying that around just in case people I see out and about are asking me about Jordan Essentials products, and I always carry a few samples of our really nice shea butter because it works so good to moisturize. I carry some friction pen refills because my 4-color friction pen is my favorite. As you can see, this one's pretty worn, but it still works great. I like that it's erasable, and I can use the color coding system in my planner for the different areas of my life. And then just some deco cards from the October box from Jane's Agenda in here, as well as a stack of sticky notes, just a couple from one of the, I think this was from the August subscription box. So just kind of keeping that floral and botanical theme going. So I also have the whole little stack, including the colored pencils, which I haven't really cracked open yet, but I'm excited to start using those. I don't know about you, but October has really flown by, and so I have my stack of supplies here. This is everything that we got in the November Deluxe Subscription Box that I opened recently, so you can see that video back on my channel if you want to watch the whole unboxing of it. But it's been sitting here on the side of my desk just waiting for me to get everything put into my planner, so I'm excited to do that with you today. And I also grabbed the first full week of November, my daily pages. These are the daily number 15, I believe it is. Or no, daily number 30. I always forget. I'm using the weekly, how does it go? I think it's the weekly number 30 and the daily number 15. You can see that on my last couple of videos too. But when you check out Jane's Agenda website, you can just look through there and find that. So yeah, let's go ahead and start, because why wait? And as I'm pulling these couple of things out, something else to keep in mind is at the very end, I am going to share a quick unboxing that I did. I filmed it the other day and I thought I'd be able to edit it and get it up before this video, and I haven't. So speaking of being busy and a busy month, if you want to see that at the end, I'll have the timestamp in the description box so you can just see all the goodies. I got a whole bunch of different discs from Jane's Agenda because I needed some, and then I couldn't decide what size to get, so I just got a whole bunch of sizes. So it's kind of fun to see the size comparison. Plus I got the October box in the letter size, and you can watch that part to see why I wanted that. But also, if you just want to see a little bit more of the size comparison between letter size, and this is classic size, which is what I typically use in my planner. Okay, so let's go ahead and decide, am I gonna switch to this cover? I kind of think I want to try that, just because, like I mentioned, the leaves are really starting to change now in our area. It's been so dry that I was kind of wondering if we would have any pretty leaf colors at all. Sometimes when it's really dry, it seems like they just hang on as long as they can, and then in 2 days they turn brown or turn whatever color and then just die and fall, and that's the extent of our fall colors that we get. So I'm hoping this time around we'll get a little bit more, since we had some rain, and we have a little bit more, of course, coming on Halloween, because doesn't it seem like Halloween, at least around here, like my whole life, Halloween always tends to be cold and rainy and yucky weather, but we'll take it because it's been just kind of this weather that's been on repeat all month long, where we've had basically, like, it's been getting cooler in the evenings, but we've had a lot of warm days in the 80s still, and no rain. It's just been very dry. So we're in a drought and could use any rain we can get. All right, so I've got the cover on there, and I do like this vellum, but just for a change, I think I want to switch things out. So I'm going to take those two off, and let's see if I can decide which one I want. So this one definitely kind of keeps that fall leaf theme going. What was the vellum on this one? This one says, leaves flutter like whispers of fall. So if I wanted to do that look and kind of mute that, the colors on here, I could. I actually am drawn to this one as well, and I kind of like how the blues play in here. That one I think I like better. We're just gonna do a quick back and forth to see which one I want. And then this one is pretty too. I think I remember liking this. It's a little bit different look, but I can't decide which. Well, let me look at it one more time, because I do like how the browns seem to play a little better with this brown cover. Now, if I had the chocolate brown cover from Jane's Agenda, which would be this color, it'd look really cool too, which I love this color, but I just haven't pulled the trigger on getting a cover in that color scheme, because I like having the snap-on cover, but I want to be able to close it up with that snap. And right now the Jane's Agenda ones don't have that. She doesn't offer that. So, and I might end up doing the same thing like I did before, where I changed these out. Let's see, this one's really pretty too. That's more of like Thanksgiving feast. And then this is a pretty one, has more of the gray tones in it. Ooh, I kind of like that too. I think I'm gonna go with this one right here is kind of reminding me of the fields around my home. We're in farm country, so there's a lot of harvesting happening right now. So we'll start with that one, but I might do the same thing this month and change out my dashboards periodically, depending on what I feel like for the day. So there's all of that there. And then I had my little page finder, which I was excited to just kind of switch things out. This one is pretty, and it was great for the month of October. And now I'm ready for something that is a little more for the season. Plus, I think it's so cute how it says hello fall, and it's got that little collection of pumpkins there. It's bringing a little more pumpkin vibe, since we're right around the corner will be Halloween. So this feels good to have a little more pumpkin in my planner now. Then I have these coloring dashboards, and I haven't decided where I'm going to use these yet. And I don't know if I want to put them in this planner or in my holiday planner. I'll show you that in a minute, but I do have my holiday planner here in case we needed it. Then you can see I have, so these are my daily pages going through the rest of the week, and I just take out, whoops, how do we get to Wednesday? I think I'm missing a weekly page in here. Hold on. Okay, so anyway, I keep the weekly page to the left and my daily page to the right, and at the end of each day, I just take this one out and put it in my archive planner for 2024. And what I've been doing is just using the task list on the back and this information on the front. So instead of side by side, like I think this insert is technically designed to be used this way, where I have the same information for 1 week on both pages, I'm using it where I'm just using the back alongside with my daily and the front here. And anyway, so we have Saturday, Sunday, I have my weekly actions page. So I should have my next weekly insert here, and I have a feeling I just mixed up the order because it seems like I saw it when I was flipping through a minute ago. Saturday, Sunday, what does this one say here? This might be it. October 28th, yeah, so this one actually is what needs to go here. Make sure I'm doing this right. Sunday, and then this will go here. And then I also have my little weekly actions dashboard. So I've printed out several of these so that I can put one in each week. And I'm actually gonna drop this right back here so I can plan ahead for the next week and also do a little bit of reflection when the week is over. And I think my one for this week is up ahead, so I need to pull that out and complete that. Now let's make sure we're in order. So we have Monday the 28th, Monday the 28th, and it should go through Sunday the 3rd, which I'm pretty sure I have that set up right now. Sunday the 3rd, and then I have another weekly actions dashboard, and then my monthly reflections and goals. So I'm going to take this out because I think that's an extra. Or I missed a week and didn't realize it, which is fine. I've been busy, so that happens. All right, so then here's November. So I know for sure I want to, let's go ahead and take out this dashboard. This is an October dashboard, gorgeous. I loved having that in the front of my planner for a little while, and then I switched it back here. And once we get through this last week of October, then all of these October weekly pages, because I've kept all those in here, plus my monthly pages, and any of the leftover daily pages will all get pulled out and put in my archive planner. And then for November, let's pick a dashboard for November. Maybe I want to use one of those coloring ones up front, just to remind me to do a little coloring. Also, this is the back. I get the back cover, and I get the elastic so that if I don't have this outer cover, I have a way to keep it closed. But since I'm just using the outer cover along with it, I only needed to put the front one on. So for November, I think I'm gonna put this one here because it just reminds me of the Thanksgiving feast, which is kind of what we're prepping for through the month of November, at least here in the US. And I believe I have all of my monthly pages in here already. So I have my monthly goals and reflections page, and which does that say? I think I already have one that I've labeled November. Let me see. I thought it was right back here. Yeah, so this is my November one because the October one is already started and put in my archive planner, so I'll just go through at the end of the month and fill out the reflection. So here's November. And then I have my weekly pages in here because I was already starting to schedule some things out, and I wanted to have those in here ready to go. And then we get into December. So let's go back to the first week. And I think I want to go ahead and put in my two things. Here's my weekly actions page. So I'll have that ready to go. And if it'll fit, I'm going to drop in the next set of dailies for that week. So it'll be the 4th, I'm pretty sure. Let me see here. The 4th through the 10th. So that's what I've got here, 4 through 10. And that way I have the next 2 weeks worth of dailies in there ready to go because it has been a busy time. It's going to stay busy, and I like having those extra daily pages there so I can jot notes down or tasks as soon as I think of them. So now I've got the monthly pages basically set up. I'll kind of the next phase after I do the beginning setup is always to go back in and add my work schedule, double check the school calendar and make sure I have any school events on there. I need to add our family plans for Thanksgiving, which we did have a chat about, so I think I know the majority of what that's going to be. But as you can see, I've already been dropping things in there that I know when they come up so that I'm ready and don't have to think about it ahead of time. Plus I'll add a little bit of decoration, maybe some highlighting, similar to what I did here in October. So you can just see what that looks like more when it's filled out. And just like I did for October, I'll do my personal month page, and that comes from the Louise Hay Colors and Numbers book. And I have a video linked down below where I talk about that and how I use it for my daily wardrobe color scheme, along with my personal month information, like a word for the month to focus on, an affirmation to focus on, and how that kind of plays out in my daily planning. And then after I do those couple of pages, then it's just time to start using my daily and weekly pages in November. Okay, so I feel good that that's all set up. One of the other things I wanted to use, except hold on, I'm not quite done because I did want to see about switching out some of the decor. So this card is that really pretty poem, which I loved reading that when I opened it. So I'm going to just drop that in there, and it kind of adds some color. And I think I'm going to take out this October card since I haven't really been able to enjoy it as much as I thought, because I forgot that I like to keep a Jordan Essentials catalog in there. So I might try putting one in a different spot for November. And I just used this, I think it's called Museum Putty. If I can remember, I'll link it down below, but I think I just got it on Amazon, and it's called Museum Putty, or I always knew this as like sticky tack. You know, your teacher would use it to hang stuff on the wall when you were a kid, or poster putty. People call it all kinds of names, but I like using it to hold things down like this in my planner. It's not tape, and it seems to work pretty well as far as being able to remove it. I mean, it takes a little bit of work here, but it does all come off. And it's partly just because it's been smashed in there for a month. So, but you can see it doesn't leave any residue or anything on the planner itself or the cover itself. So that was the October one. Let me go ahead and tuck this back in here. I'm going to leave these tabs because that's a fine color. I think I'm going to move them. I did have the thought that I wanted to move them up a little bit higher where I could see them and remember that I had them, because sometimes I forget they're there and then don't remember if I need one. I can grab one. Get that in there. Okay, trying to get it in square. There. And then I like this, so I'm just going to leave that down there, even though it's kind of on its last leg. But now I could possibly tuck this one right here with a little poster putty, but it's kind of hard to see that November there. If I would move it up like that, that could potentially work. I don't know. I'm not sure I really need this in my planner. What was the other one we had? Thankful, Grateful, Blessed, which is really sweet. And then this was the thank you card. Autumn is my season, dear. It is, after all, the season of the soul, which I do love that. And that's really pretty on there. I almost want to just stick it on the front because I kind of like it there, but I also don't want to cover all that up. So we'll see. I might decide to punch it and use it as a page marker. Same thing with this. Nothing's really jumping out at me as a place to put it. So, although that's kind of pretty to have that in there. Maybe I'll try that. Just see if it'll stay there. It might kind of bounce around, and I could always use some sticky tack. Let's try that. We'll put a little tiny bit on the front. That was my husband coming home. So back to what I was doing, which was just to stick a little bit. I think I'm going to try a little bit on the front here, and then see if I can get it to just stay tucked in right there. We'll see how that works. And other than that, I feel like the front is pretty well set up and looking good. I'm trying to get this sticky tack off of my fingers. Okay. Now what I was going to do, now that I feel like I've gotten all the decorating done that I want, and of course I might go back in with some of these pretty stickers and do a little more decorating once I'm setting up the individual weekly pages, daily pages, and even that monthly page. That would be a great place for some of those. I do love these little sticky notes we got. Thank you for, and I am grateful for, and I've already used a couple of these in my Jordan Essentials little packs that I send out sometimes to customers to say thank you, or even to my team members to say that I'm grateful for them. And then as long as it closes, which it does. So my everyday carry planner is now ready for the new month. I can finish out October and have November pages there for when I'm ready to work on them. So what I was going to show you then, this is my collection of holiday inserts. Now I have the Fly Lady Holiday Control Journal, and it got to be so big and so full of information, which is still a good reference, and I keep that one at home. But when I want to go out and about and kind of bring my shopping list or my gift list, this is the one that I take with me sometimes during the holiday season. So these are Jane's Agenda red discs. This is the cover we got last year in the December Deluxe Subscription Box. So I'm excited to see what the cover looks like for this coming December. Jane gave us a sneak peek, and it was really pretty and really just perfect for the season. But anyway, so this is my current one, and in the November Deluxe Subscription Box, we got this really good set of holiday planner inserts. She's got bucket list. I love this little Christmas countdown, which once we get to December, I'll probably move this into my regular everyday carry planner just to have a fun way to track that. We've got all the gift list things here, stocking stuffers, there's a place for budgeting, there's Black Friday deals. So this could potentially even get moved into my regular planner once we get closer to December or maybe mid-November. But for right now, I'm just gonna tuck it in here. I have some sticker pages and dividers and things from the Happy Planner, but then intermingled, I also have my Jane's Agenda inserts from last year that worked out really well. So I just kind of have whatever I need to pull from depending on what I'm working on for the holidays. But I like having this new holiday planner set of inserts in here now too. And that means my holiday planner is ready to start the season. I've already began a few gift buying tasks and have some things on hand. If you follow the Fly Lady, she does Cruising Through the Holidays. And I have a playlist. If you want to go in and look at those every day, I share just a quick, simple task from her Cruising Through the Holidays list. And it's a way for us to get things done a little bit ahead of time for the holidays so that the month of December, we can just cruise through, enjoy our time with our family, and really make the most of the holiday season without getting bogged down with all the nitty-gritty, you know, the logistics and the stuff that we have to take care of a lot of times as we're prepping for a big holiday season like that. So that is my holiday planner now set and ready and updated with those beautiful inserts. And I have my regular planner ready to go for the month of November. Let's take a look at the order I just got in from Jane's Agenda, and you can see the different sizes of discs that I got and the different size inserts, and I'll talk a little bit more about that to see what I'm using all those goodies for. So I knew I needed to go on the Jane's Agenda website and get my Master Plan 365 monthly inserts for month 8, I'm pretty sure. And that is a free program that Jane is doing where you can watch the video each week and you don't have to buy these inserts. The inserts are just kind of extra, but I've really been enjoying the trainings. I don't always get in and use every single page of the inserts, but I like having my Master Plan 365 book that I'm working on creating as I get these inserts each week. So anyway, I needed those, and then I was in there kind of clicking around, and there was one other thing that I was hoping to get because I had it in mind for a Christmas gift that I want to give. So I'll show you what I've got here. One of the things that I wanted was another October Deluxe Subscription Box, or at least the October Lifestyle Box, because I really like my fountain pen that came in that box, and they still have some left. So if you are a subscriber, there's a subscriber only section of the website where you can shop previous sub boxes if they have any left and if they have any in the size you need. It's kind of just, you never know what they're going to have. So I did manage to grab an October one, and I opted to get it in the full letter size because I kind of wanted to try that out. Mostly I use classic size or like a 7x9, but every once in a while I don't feel like cutting down inserts, and so then it's nice to just have these letter size notebooks essentially that I'm putting together, or planners. So anyway, this is the box that came, or the card that came in the October box. I've already unboxed October, so I'm not going to do a full unboxing. This is my thank you card from placing the order. And I am an affiliate, by the way, so if you want to shop Jane's Agenda, definitely just hop over. The link is in my description box down below. And I always appreciate when you use my affiliate links and shop with me. So like I said, you can go watch the October unboxing. This is one of the things that came in there. This is the fountain pen, which I've been just keeping mine here on my desk. I keep it like this so the ink isn't leaking sideways. It hasn't leaked, but I just thought, just in case. And then anytime I'm writing, not so much in my planner, although the Jane's Agenda paper is thick enough I could use it for that, but more so for journaling or letter writing. I'm really enjoying having that fountain pen, and it's so easy to use that I have somebody in mind that already enjoys fountain pens, and I just think this will be a great little Christmas gift. So that was my main purpose in getting that. Let me just pull everything out of the box, and we'll set the box aside. And you can see I have tons of discs, and I'll talk about that in a second. Put this off to the side here. Okay, so let me pull this back in front of you just so you can see. So the discs are all things that I ordered extra, so we'll go through those in a second. And then this is all part of the sub box, which I love this saddle stitch notebook, like all these little goodies. I thought I'll use those. I don't really mind having an extra full set. So here's my master plan course 8 booklet, and then here we are. This is the full size. So also, if you just want to see what the letter size looks like, let me go ahead and open just a couple of these. I'm not going to do all the inserts, but just to see, because I was kind of curious, since I typically only get the classic size, I was kind of curious to see a letter size. So these are all gorgeous, and they're really just a bigger version of my classics, it looks like. So that's that. Plus, it gave me another holiday meal planning pack, which I really like this. And because it's full size, if I wanted to put it in my Fly Lady Holiday Control Journal, the original one I have, which is a binder, then these could go in there. So that was something else that I thought it may not hurt to just grab this one in the full size. Here we've got the double-sided inserts that came, or dashboards that came with the, I think that was the cover collection. And what is this? Oh, and then this is something else. I'll do that in a second. Okay, and then this is the cover. Let's go ahead and take this out just to see. And this, again, this is such a pretty cover design that I knew I could use it no matter what. And I kind of played around with this when I opened the October box to begin with, but to me, this is a very versatile color scheme. I tried using this over some of my springtime things, and it looked great over those too. I feel like you could use it in the summer. It's really, wintertime. It could go seasonally year round. So I felt like this was a good one, and I like that the center's open, so I can use it, if I have something in the middle that I want to highlight. Okay, and then this is the other thing that I've got. So we'll just quickly look at these. Since I knew I was putting together a letter-sized planner or collection of inserts, and I'll talk about that in just a second. This is just trash. Okay, wanted to make sure something wasn't broken, but I grabbed the monthly tab dividers. So these are a cardstock divider with a laminated tab, and these were, I believe, in the clearance section. They don't have a ton of these left, but they had what I needed. And then I got we'll look at this Master Plan 365. I know I'm jumping all over the place, so bear with me, but really it's just, I wanted to show you all these things and kind of talk about what I'm going to be using some of them for. So this, we can go ahead and put this into my Master Plan 365 planner, which I have to remember which one that is. It's this one here. Yes. Okay, so this is, and I have a squeaky old chair today. This is my Master Plan 365, and you can see I have these same floral inserts. So like this is in comparison what those two look like. I don't even know, can you see those? I think you can. Okay, so it's just a bigger version of that same design. So we need to go to 8 and drop these in. And that way that is done. And what I've been doing is just putting my cover sheet at the back, and then this is right here for me. Put that where you can actually see what I'm doing. Okay. And this is something that I've really been enjoying, as I talk about all the time with my Discbound planning system, is I just kind of create and use and make things work as I go along. So like right now, I'm diving a lot more into my modern direct seller training, and I had already created this book. So this is like my new modern direct seller training course manual. So these are all the different courses I've either worked on or I'm in the middle of working on, and the printouts and everything that go with that. So far, this size has been fine, but there were a couple of things that I was thinking about adding to it, and I had started this bigger letter size notebook, planner, journal, whatever you want to call it. And number one, this was all I had left of these discs, and because they normally come as a 9-disc set, I was too short, which isn't a huge deal. I've been able to use it just fine like that with those 2 missing. So that's not the problem. The problem is it's already filling up. So I didn't really have any more discs of a much bigger size in the right amount anyway. So I was already thinking I needed to order discs. And initially, this was some of the other trainings, like some of them are from our home office, and they were just things I never cut down, or I didn't want to cut down, or they were not formatted well to cut down. So I like having this letter size planner, but I was to the point because I just had another big batch of stuff I printed out, and it was going to fill this up and there wasn't room for it. Plus, I wanted to add these. This is where these dividers come into play. So we have these monthly, this is like something for the consultant. So it's like our vision board. Obviously, I still need to fill out my October one, but I started thinking, really, I would like to have a monthly section at the front of this where I can keep things like these vision boards and any notes about specials, and just kind of have all that there. And again, these are not formatted to really print smaller. And then it's just one more thing to be cutting down. So it seemed like it just made sense to make that an addition to this book. But by the time I would add that, it's already pretty tight. Okay, so that's where we are so far. And that's what kind of led me down, trying to find spots to push all this. Okay, sorry, you're wobbly. That's what led me down the rabbit hole of getting some more discs. I couldn't think of what they were called. And I wasn't 100% sure of the size that I had. And so then I thought, well, I'm just going to order all of the sizes because these were all on clearance, and just we can go through them and see, partly for you and me both, to see the different comparison of sizes on these Jane's Agenda discs. So let me see. I think you can see everything just fine. Look at these. I did not realize these were so tiny. So these are 1/4-inch discs. Oh my goodness. These are like baby. Super, super tiny. So I guess if you were doing a mini planner or a pocket planner or something where you just really, needed itty bitty, then you could do those. So we've got the teeny tiny there. Then this is the 1/2-inch. So I don't think this is what I have on that planner either. But you know what I have done is I had a couple of history books from a local author in our little tiny town. I live in a town of about 200 people, but we have a famous historian in our little area, famous to us, and she has since passed away, but she has written tons of books about our history, and several of them that I have, they were on that kind of plastic, it's not wire O binding, but it's like those little plastic kind of like punch disc things. Anyway, the plastic was falling apart because these books are pretty old. So I was able to just kind of adjust the punches and use these smaller discs like this to bind those history books. So I'm actually glad to get a few more because I think I needed, the last one I worked on, I was a little bit short. Okay, this is the 3/4-inch disc, which I think that's what I have. I was pretty sure that's what I had on here. Yeah, that looks to be the same. So this is what I currently have on this one. That's 3/4 inch. I think you can see everything. Yeah, I can even go this way a little bit more. Then I think this is the next size up. This is a 1-inch. And normally I have much bigger discs on my main planner, but it is nice to have these smaller sizes for these extra notebooks and journals that I'm making. And then here's the one, and what does this say? I think this is 1 1/4. It's kind of cut off there, but I'm pretty sure that's a 1 1/4. So I think you can see all of those. That gives us a good, look at the size. And then I think this is, yeah, so this is 1 1/2. So that's one, like this one has plenty of room on there. And what I typically use is a 2-inch on my main planner, which my main planner is behind me and I can't reach it. So this is a 2-inch. So you can see like it's definitely a big step up from those, but that's what I need for things like this, which this is my 2024 archive planner. So as I finish each month, it goes in here and the daily inserts go in there as I finish each of those. So yeah, there's a little look at some disc sizes. So if you need itty bitty baby ones, they do have those on clearance on the Jane's Agenda website right now. Let's go ahead and kind of put together this planner. So trying to decide what size do I want to add to this. I'm thinking since we decided I'm at 3/4, why don't I go ahead and I think the 1 inch is, well, now I'm wondering, do I just go ahead and go up to the 1 1/2 or 1 1/4? Let's try the 1 inch. I don't necessarily need tons of extra room. I just knew I needed to get a little more room. So let's stick all these over to the side. And I think I'm going to end up with the same problem because I don't know that I might have some other 1-inch discs in my stash. I'll have to go look. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. That was a little bit of a moment where I was digging through all my discs. So well, here's what I have. These are the 1-inch, and this label is not what's in here. These are gold. I think these were, I don't remember if these were scratched or not, but these were also 1-inch. So I've decided, which I mean, had I been thinking, I should have just ordered 2 of the 1-inch, but I guess I wasn't sure what size I was going to go up to, and I knew I had some other things in my stash. So I think what I'm going to do is do the black on all of them but the top and the bottom, so it'll just kind of be like an accent of gold. So I think that's my plan. So first we'll start with taking off the cover, and this is that newer, heavier plastic cover. So we're going to stick with that and just be kind of ginger as we take this off, because these plastic covers, the newer design, is a pretty sturdy plastic. Get this off of here as well. And you'll have to forgive all the noisy trucks. It is harvest time, and all of the fields near me are still full of corn and beans, and they are still working to harvest. So I've seen a lot of farm implements on the roads yet in our area. So, all right, so that's gonna be my new set. I wanna make sure 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, these are always 9. So you do, if you're doing letter size, you don't quite have what you need. And again, it was working just fine to do it the other way, but since I have the extra, we're just gonna make a little accent here with the 2 golds, which I think is kind of fun. And then we'll have the black disc in the middle for everything else. And what kind of works is if I sort of push with the disc to angle up and then pull down with my fingers and kind of split them apart that way. And that way I don't feel like I'm putting as much pressure on those plastic tabs, because I don't want to bend them permanently. like that. It's okay. It's not my favorite. I think if I had clear, it would be better, but I don't have clear that are 1 inch. I have clear that are 1 1/4 inch, and then it's just a different size, and I'm not sure that I want to go up that big yet, so it's fine. It's not really anything that has to be perfect. It's just to be functional for me is really what I'm looking for. So we'll put these dashboards in. Let's see if I can do about maybe 3 at a time. Again, I don't want to bend the cardstock too much. There we go. 3 works well. Can you guys, okay, making sure I'm still in frame. And I'm feeling good now that I'm getting some more of these notebooks put together, because I was kind of collecting things and I couldn't always find what I was looking for. And so now I've built up a pretty good library of my different Discbound notebooks, and I know what each purpose is for the different notebooks. So when I'm working on that here in my home office, I just grab that notebook. And then my main planner that I carry with me is more about to-do lists and calendars for the whole family, including myself. And these are more, you know, task-specific type calendars and planners. All right, then I don't know how much of this I can show you, but let me see. There we go. I got everything added to this planner, and I think that's the perfect size. I feel like that'll give me just a little bit of room if I add a few more things, but it's not too big that when I'm flipping it over and working on both sides of the paper, then there isn't room. So now I've got all my tabs in here for my different months, and then it just goes into, which actually I need to pull these out and put them in the right month, but then it goes into my other information. So all right, let's see, we'll go to the October tab. So now I can kind of keep an eye on how everything's going for this month with my vision board from Jordan Essentials. And I hope that was fun for you, just to see a little sneak peek of one of these kind of unboxings and just the random goodies I got today. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope that was fun and helpful for you to work alongside me, get your planner set up for a new month, and just see how I'm using my planner and all the beautiful inserts and tools that came in the Jane's Agenda November Deluxe Subscription Box. It's amazing to think November will be here before we know it, but I hope you're getting a few moments each day to enjoy the beautiful season. Take some time for yourself, do a little bit to fill your own cup so that you're not trying to help others without feeling like you're taking care of yourself as well. I'm sending you my love, hoping things are going well for you. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button down below. I appreciate you being here. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Bye.